Hello, Dennis here. I'm going to talk to you today about phone interview questions. So my background is I've worked at very large companies like Google and lots of tech small startup companies as well where I currently work. And I interview lots of people. I do it over phone interviews a lot. The main reason I do phone interviews is as a pre-screen in my role where I'm hiring for like account managers, salespeople. And a lot of the time phone interviews are usually the first step of the interview process. And they can last from 10 to 30 minutes. Hopefully, actually one good point is you should ask in advance how long the interview will be, which will really help you to prepare. Because from my experience, phone interviews can last 10 minutes sometimes, and you can do a great job in that 10 minutes to get to the next round, if there is a next round. So make sure you're asking in advance how long they are. So 4 tips. And one of them is related to how long in terms of timing. But before I get to that, the first most important tip is because you can't see the other person and they can't see you, the interviewer, they're really looking for that kind of getting that emotion or feeling for what someone sounds like. So you should make sure that you're like full of energy and confidence on that call. I think a good way to practice for that is actually find yourself like smiling. People can hear a smile on the other side of the phone call. So make sure when you're giving answers, maybe smile quite a bit and be energetic and confident. One thing is don't be pushy or allow them to interrupt you quite easily and change subject if you need be. And really listen to the question. I think on a phone interview, it's harder to pick up exactly what people mean by something because you're just listening to audio. So make sure that you're actually listening to those questions to give a good answer. Okay, so then tip number 2 relates to the timing. If the interview is only 10 minutes in length, that interviewer really needs to get some key things from you. Number 1, like I said, that you seem like an energetic, confident person, someone that they might want to work with directly if they're the hiring manager, or someone that would be a good fit for their company. But in terms of the timing, I would say it's inevitable that a question like tell me about yourself or tell me about your career will come up. Make sure that you perfect that answer for like a 1-minute answer, a 2-minute answer, and maximum a 5-minute answer. But I'd only use the 5-minute option if it's a 20-30 minute interview. And that tell me about yourself should really be like a story of where you are getting to your career to date. And what experiences you've had, what learnings you've had, and why you're here and really well placed to get this job. That's ultimately what the interviewer wants to hear. And that's tip number 3. Make sure that you demonstrate on the call why you are a good fit for the role. Typically on phone interviews, as I said, you won't get that long. So you should really have printed out that job description and studied it in advance of the call and maybe print it out in front of you during the phone interview. And I would definitely do that during phone interviews. Have relevant material in front of you that you might want to land some key points about your CV, or it might be some key points about your examples that make you such a good fit for the interview. And that kind of brings me on to tip number 4. Make sure that you have you are demonstrating that you have the skills and experience. The experience is well needed as well to demonstrate on that call why you should get the role. The best way to do that is having relevant examples from your working experience to date. So let's say selling is a key skill that you need. You should have 1 or 2 examples of the biggest deals you've ever landed and examples of what you did to land those deals. Always back to yourself. Never we as a company did something. Always I did this as part of my role and I got these X results that I was very happy with, or not happy with if you're comfortable giving something negative where you learned something. So yeah, top 4 tips: energy and confidence, 2, timing, 3, good fit for the role, and 4, have the correct skills and experience examples that you can talk about on the phone. So best of luck in that phone interview. Let me know in the comments if you got the job. Bye.